Great Falls Public Schools has been navigating 3 years of uncertainty as millions of tax dollars tied to the Calumet refinery remain in dispute. While those funds sit in escrow during the state's appeals process, district leaders say the bigger challenge is planning a stable budget for classrooms.
Says anybody that pays taxes has a right to protest it.
When a company protests its property taxes in Montana, that money doesn't immediately go to local governments or schools. Instead, it's placed in escrow while the Department of Revenue reviews the case. For Great Falls Public Schools, Calumet's protests have meant nearly $2 million tied up over the past 2 budget cycles. While the district can request to use the escrowed funds to cover their budgets, the real impact comes once the state determines the final settlement.
Where it's going to affect the district is when the protested taxes, that process comes to an end and a settlement is reached for those protested taxes. And that's the point where we have to work with the county very closely on what the amount is going to be, the difference that's going to have to be re-levied through a permissive levy with the county to all the other property tax owners out there to balance it up.
While Calumet has continued to pay their full tax obligations, the refinery says the Department of Revenue's standardized valuation methods don't reflect the realities of specialized facilities. According to Calumet, their total tax bill between Calumet and Montana Renewables has gone up nearly tenfold since 2012. And from 2021 to 2024, their production remained the same, while their taxes nearly doubled. Calumet says that is not a sustainable rate of inflation and is protesting around $8.2 million in taxes during that time. A spokesperson for Calumet told MTN, the Montana Department of Revenue did not value our business correctly and the appeal seeks to correct that. We hope the conversation can move beyond why isn't Calumet paying more to a more balanced dialogue about how business taxpayers, school districts, local governments, and the state can work together to ensure sustainable funding for essential services without relying disproportionately on any one entity.
I think what the community doesn't see, there are other small individuals that maybe do protesting of taxes each year. They don't have the same effect as a company like Calumet. We just continue to work with them. They're also a partner of ours. We understand they have a business model they need to follow and do what they can do for their business, but we also have to be proactive for our district.
Right now, the school still gets access to the money in escrow, but the uncertainty continues until the Department of Revenue makes a final decision. Depending on the outcome, taxpayers could shoulder part of that cost. In Great Falls, Anissa Coomer, MTN News.